Hey everybody. Today we're doing some problems calculating with limit laws. Here are the three that we're going to do. Notice that in each case the denominator is going to 0. We can't just substitute in. We have to do some work first to simplify each of these expressions. Problem 1. Here the big idea is to factor the numerator and denominator and hope that you have some cancellation. Let's see what I mean. I factor 4x squared minus 36 by factoring out a 4. I'm left with x squared minus 9, so overall 4x minus 3 times x plus 3. The denominator factors to x minus 3 times x plus 4. The x minus 3's cancel, and now when I plug in x going to 3, I don't have a 0 in the denominator anymore. Overall, 24/7. Problem 2. Limit as h goes to 0, 3 plus h cubed minus 27 all over h. So here the idea is kind of similar. I want to simplify and try and cancel that h. In this case, though, instead of factoring, I need to expand. I need to FOIL out the 3 plus h cubed. In this case, probably what I want to do is do 3 plus h squared and then multiply it by 3 plus h. Overall, I get 27 plus 27h plus 9h squared plus h cubed. And then, of course, there's still that minus 27 at the end on that numerator. The 27's cancel, and now the numerator has 3 terms, all with h's. Factor out that h, cancel with the 1 in the denominator, and I'm left with 27 plus 9h plus h squared. Now as h goes to 0, I just get 27. By the way, notice that the first few steps of this problem I was just doing algebra, not even touching the limit. But I was careful to copy down limit h going to 0 every time so that I didn't forget to evaluate that limit at the end. Common mistake to make. Problem 3. Limit x going to negative 3, square root x squared plus 16 minus 5 over x plus 3. So there's no foiling or factoring that will help us here. We need a different technique. The big idea is to use a conjugate. What do I mean by that? I'm going to take that radical in the numerator, square root of x squared plus 16 minus 5, and just change the minus 5 to a plus 5. I want to multiply the numerator by that whole expression. Then I have a multiple of the form a minus b times a plus b, and so the difference of squares formula will help us out. If I'm going to multiply the numerator by the square root of x squared plus 16 plus 5, I have to multiply the denominator by that as well. Otherwise, I've changed the expression, which I don't want to do. So now the numerator becomes the square of the first minus the square of the second. So x squared plus 16 minus 25. And the denominator, I'm just going to copy down. I'm not trying to FOIL all that out right now. We'll see why in a step or two. The numerator now simplifies to x squared minus 9, also known as x minus 3 times x plus 3. Now you can see why I didn't FOIL out the denominator. I want that x plus 3 to cancel. Now, as x goes to negative 3, the denominator is no longer going to 0. Overall, I get negative 6 over 10, or negative 3/5.